Welcome to SCG Sports, and in this video we're gonna talk about the preview between the Ravens and the Saints. Hell of a matchup on Sunday, 4:20 Eastern, right? I'll be there. Super stoked, super excited to be in that game. Ravens coming from that pounding, that awesome game against the Titans, right? Goose egg. That's all they let the Titans score. Saints are just relaxing at home, just chilling, just back there in the south. But now they're coming to north. They're coming north against a good team. So I think it's gonna be a great matchup. So let's break it down. Let's go back. Let's go to the numbers. Let's start comparing the teams in defense. So defensively, the Ravens are overall 1 against the passing, 2, and 3rd against the rushing. Flip side, the Saints are really good against the rushing. They're the number 1. But overall defense, they're 18, and against the pass, they're 30. So, comparing those defenses, obviously the Ravens are the better defense, right? But it's funny because the Ravens' strength, which is not that they're top in the league in passing, but it is their passing. We're gonna go to those numbers soon. But their weakness is their rushing, right? So I'm not expecting the Ravens to rush that well. I feel like the Saints are just going to stop our run. And then the flip side, right? The Ravens, I feel like they're going to attack those safety, those corners. I don't know what happened to Lattimore. He was good last year. I'm surprised. I'm actually a little shocked how he looked pedestrian. He looks like an average corner. But let's go back to the numbers, right? Let's go to the offensive side. So the Ravens on the offense, they're 9th overall, so not bad. 9th in passing, so top 10 in the league. Rushing, they're 21st, so we know as a Ravens fan, we've been struggling. Saints are 3rd overall. I think the Buccaneers are 1st. They'll come back down to earth, but as of right now, they're 3rd. Passing are 3rd, and they're struggling in rushing. So let's analyze those numbers a little bit. Ravens against the defense, they're 3rd. I expect them to hold that team to, let's say, 70 yardish, around there. I think the key for that is Kenny Young. You guys know how much I love Kenny Young. The thing is, Kamara is not only good in the rushing attack, he's good in the passing. He leaks, he's good, he has good hands, right? So I'm expecting Kenny Young to be there with Kamara. And if Kamara goes anywhere, either Kenny Young or the other guy, Levine. Those are the 2 guys that I'm expecting to be on top of Kamara. They don't want Kamara to go crazy. Basically, shut down the run and then force Drew Brees to throw. Which, I mean, it's not that that's a great thing. We're talking about one of the best all time in Drew Brees, right? But I think that what you don't want is the running game go for them, for the Saints, going crazy. And then at that point, just the passing just becomes too easy. So we need to suffocate that run. The Saints O-line is pretty good. So they protect Drew Brees fairly well. They have allowed 8 sacks. The Ravens O-line has given up 11. So the O-lines have been playing, they're pretty similar, right? Our O-line, the Ravens, I've been critical of it. But if you look at the numbers, they haven't been bad. Hopefully Lewis plays, that creates that cohesiveness. They're gelling right now. So going back to the numbers, we need to examine also the opponents. The Saints' offense is ridiculous, but what good defense have they faced, right? They faced the Buccaneers, trash defense. Falcons, probably one of the worst there with the Chiefs. Browns, pretty decent defense. The Giants, middle of the pack. Redskins defense, not great. So the only game that was tough for them was the Browns. And that was actually in New Orleans, right? Ravens play against the Browns. They only scored 12 points. That defense can be good. They had that bad game against the Raiders, but that defense can be good. So I think this is their first actual challenge against a really good defense. So what is my expectation? Well, they have Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas, 5 touchdowns, right? I'm expecting Humphrey to be on Michael Thomas for most of the game. I don't think Jimmy's ready. Jimmy still getting his leg. If not, Humphreys, B-Car. Although, injury report came out today and B-Car has a leg injury, but those are the 2. If you look at their passing numbers, obviously Michael Thomas won on top in the league, 5 touchdowns. He has 519 yards. But who's their second leading receiver? Kamara. And that's what I'm saying. They have to put Kenny Young and Levine when see Kamara, because you don't want him. You don't want Mosley on him. Mosley's a great linebacker, but he can't keep up with Kamara in the open field. And their third highest in yardage is our boy from last year, Ben Watson. Ben Watson has good hands, but that's a guy that CJ can probably cover, right? Weddle can cover, and Tony can cover. So I actually think the Ravens match well. I think Drew Brees is gonna get his 500 touchdown pass in this game. This is my expectation. We're gonna try to run the ball, and we might succeed in gimmicky plays. Right, when Lamar's there, we might, succeed. I'm hoping, and this is the game that you have a read option with Lamar. Lamar pulls it, and one of the tight ends leaks for an easy pass, maybe a touchdown. The thing is, this defense, basically you're going top caliber defense against top caliber offense. I'm expecting the Ravens offense to score around 24 points. I'm expecting 3 touchdowns and a field goal. So that means the defense has to hold the Saints to 20-21. I'm predicting 20 points. I'm predicting Drew Brees gets 2 touchdowns and they score 2 field goals. So he's going to get 501 touchdowns for his career. So that means my keys to the game is run with Alex, even though we might not have the success. But play action, the O-line has been good. They had Cameron Jordan, another top outside linebacker / D and a pass rusher. But we have been proven, right? The Ravens have been proven. Talk about Miller, T.J. Watt. The D-line for the Titans is good. The D-line from the Cincy is good. Von Miller, Chubb. I mean, we have been proven. So our O-line, they need to keep the pocket clean. Smokey in this game, I'm expecting for him to have some open shots. Remember against the Titans, I said I don't think Smokey's gonna have a big game. This game, I'm expecting some big shot. If not, Flacco should try to throw them, because that's gonna open the game for the tight ends. Flacco should have a good game. I'm expecting Flacco to have 3 touchdowns. I said 24 points. I think there's gonna be 3 touchdowns passes by Flacco. They don't have a lot of interceptions too in the whole year. We have 5. I don't expect us to pick up Drew Brees. Drew Brees is too good, right? Hold them to 20 points, right? Browns did it. I think against the Browns they scored 21. So if we hold them to 20 and we score the 24 points, right? We have to score also. I think the Ravens will win. I think the line right now is +2.5. I'll take that. Minus 2.5 for the Ravens. I'll give those points. I think the Ravens win in a close one by 4, right? So hopefully, us the fans show up, scream. I'll be in that game, like I said. Keys to the game again. Middle of the field, tight ends with Crabtree. The other thing we need to do is play action pass, force the run. Smokey has some over the top, deep throws. And on defense, Marlon Humphreys and Michael Thomas. The rest of the guys should be able to contain everybody. Kenny Young and Levine on Kamara when he's there. Those are the 2 people. I guess Chuck Clark too. The other thing is our D lineman. I'm not expecting obviously 11 sacks. I think we might get 2 because Drew Brees is smart and gets the ball out. But you know what we need to do? Our D linemen are big guys, right? We're not only big, thick guys. Wormley is tall. C is tall. So we have our guys. If we can't get to him, hands up, right? Try to bat that ball down. Think Ravens can win this game, and it's a statement game. They win the 5-2 against good teams. Essentially, the only bad team that the Ravens have played throughout the year was the Bills, and the Bills have 2 wins. Browns are an improved team, right? Tennessee, I don't believe them that much, but hey, they're right now first in that division, right? Cincy, Pittsburgh, we have played against good offenses. The Ravens have been proven against good offenses. Against the Cincy and the Steelers. 2 good offenses. So this is a third one. Just be smart. No stupid penalties. Field goal. When the field goal comes, block. When the punt comes, block. And then Cyrus Jones. Hopefully he can keep going and as a returner. No fumbles, no turnovers, right? And we can, keep it clean. I think 24-20 is gonna be the score. Like last video, I have a segment behind enemy lines. So I'm gonna leave you with my boy Alex. He's from Deep South Podcast, and he has keys to the game for the Saints.
Hello, Raven fans. I'm Alex, co-host on the Deep South Podcast, and I'm coming to you today to give a little preview on what the Saints need to do this Sunday in order to beat the Ravens. It's going to be a highly contested matchup. Both teams have, they've started off the year pretty well. Of course, the Ravens coming off a 21-0 shutout of the Tennessee Titans. Very impressive to shut out the Titans. Great defensive effort from the Ravens. And then the Saints coming off of a bye week following a impressive win over the Washington Redskins. But the Saints, if they want to win this game, it's going to come down to the defense. The Ravens' offense is pretty good this year. They have Joe Flacco, of course, one of the better quarterbacks in the league, a very underrated quarterback, but a very good quarterback. And he's going to make plays, he's going to make passes, and the Saints are going to have to be ready to play Sunday against this passing attack from Baltimore. And the Saints defense, especially in the secondary, has not been that good this year. They've struggled a lot, especially early on. They've kind of settled in. They're getting better, but they're going to have to be ready to play this Sunday in order to slow down the passing attack from the Ravens. You're going to have to limit the busted assignments. You're going to have to stick to your assignments. That's the big thing. The Saints, they don't seem to stick with their assignments a lot, and it allows big plays from the opposing teams, and especially against the Buccaneers and the Falcons. Those are the two games that they really struggled defensively, especially through the air. They just could not stop the passing attack. So the Saints are going to have, their secondary is going to have to be on lockdown mode this Sunday in order to stop the Ravens offense and limit them, limit the amount of points that they get on the board. And of course for the Saints offense, they're going against a very good Ravens defense, pretty much top all along the board in every category defensively. The Saints are going to rely on the passing attack. That's what the Saints do. But they do have Mark Ingram back. They had him back for the Redskins game. So this will be the second game having Ingram and Kamara. So, maybe the Saints can mix it up and start to get a better rushing attack going instead of having to rely on Drew Brees and passing it through the air. But it's going to be a challenge for the Saints offense. This is definitely the biggest challenge they've had all year offensively, going against a very good Ravens defense. So it's going to be an interesting matchup with that Ravens defense and the Saints offense. So whoever wins that, I think is going to win the game. If the Ravens defense plays like they have been, and then the Saints defense has struggled, so if the Saints defense doesn't come to play and the Ravens defense comes to play, the Ravens have a good shot. And of course the Saints, their offense is going to have to be the way it has been all year. Let's see if they can get a rushing attack to kind of balance out that offense. And it's all really going to lean on the Saints defense. They have got to be on lockdown mode in order to beat Baltimore. Of course, going to Baltimore, it's not going to be easy. Going to be a tough game for the Saints, and it should be a really good game. And I'm looking forward to it. So hopefully the Saints defense comes ready to play this Sunday. And that's about all I got, guys. Thanks for watching. Of course, I'm Alex. You can find me on Twitter at AlexShaw1224. And also shout out to SCG Sports for letting me join this segment. Who dat, baby? See y'all.
Thank you, Alex. So, what do you guys think? Leave comments below. Who wins? Saints, Ravens, what's your score prediction? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and follow me at SCG Sports. In the comments below, I'm gonna leave Alex podcast Deep South, so you can give it a follow. Guys, I'll see you next time.